Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're out at the range today with the gun that everybody's been wondering about. Well, not everybody. It was Mel the Nut. He wanted me to get out here with my Smith Wesson 4006 TSW California Highway Patrol gun and 40 Smith Wesson and do a range test of that. So we're going to do that today. I got this in and it came with the plastic Smith & Wesson grips. I changed them out, bought a set of Goncalo Alves grips, put those on there. They were kind of yellow. They don't look bad, but they didn't look all that great on this. So I actually picked up a 5903 that had these Cocobolo grips on there. So what I did was take the Cocobolo grips off the 5903, put them on this, and put the Goncalo Alves on the 5903, because this one I like a lot better. I like having the rail on it. The 5903 does not have a rail. This I'll probably carry for every second matters, so having these nice Cocobolo grips on there, I believe they're Cocobolo, looks a lot better than the Goncalo Alves did. So we've got 100 rounds of Defender ammunition in the 40 Smith & Wesson 165 grain full metal jacket. We're going to shoot those. Then we've got 100 rounds of the North Georgia firearms and ammunition that I believe is 180 grain. Could be wrong. Those could be 165 grain. These are both reloaded ammunition. See how it runs in that. If everything runs fine, then we've got the 6-hour V-Crown jacketed hollow point. That will be the personal defense ammo that I'll carry in this. So we'll run a couple of magazines or a magazine worth of that through here, make sure that goes all right. So I'm gonna get my ear pro, eye pro on and start hitting those things. Okay, let's see how this thing shoots. That big old gun just soaks up that recoil. I like it. Okay, we're going to do the 100 rounds of the North Georgia firearms and ammunition 40 Smith & Wesson. It is 180 grain, flat nose. Now, I will say that the nose profile on these are different than what was on the Defender ammunition. That was more of a triangle and then into the flat point, or pyramid if you want. These are more rounded. So let's take a look at how this one does. These are definitely loaded lighter. All my brass is falling short of my tarp. Yeah, that North Georgia firearms and ammunition is definitely loaded lighter. Every single piece of that brass fell short of the tarp, and most of the stuff from the Defender was landing about midway on the tarp. So we'll just stand right over the tarp and shoot these. Alright, we've got our last 44 rounds of the North Georgia firearms and ammunition, then we'll switch over to the carry ammo. Okay, we've got our Sig Sauer V Crown, jacketed hollow point, 165 grain. I've got 11+1 loaded up. We'll shoot that, make sure that runs well, and then we'll finish up for the day. So there was the range video for the Smith Wesson 4006 TSW, or the 40 Tactical. California Highway Patrol gun. Ran everything just fine. 3 different types of ammunition. Didn't have a problem. This big old gun soaks up that recoil. It's really nice to shoot. One thing is that getting that 11th round into those magazines is tough. Those springs are tight, so you're really pushing to get that 11th round in there. And I did have a little issue seating the magazine of the self-defense ammo. Putting it in there, I loaded it up, put one in the chamber, unloaded the magazine. It was a little tough to get seated. I had to give it a good smack on there to get that seated. So once it's loaded up, you shouldn't have a problem. If you're reloading, you're not going to have a problem because you're going to be empty. But something to notice, and I'm not going to blow through a bunch of self-defense ammo to make sure that it's doing that. I feel confident putting my 200 rounds plus my magazine of the self-defense ammo through here. So I'm going to get this one cleaned up, get it in the rotation. Every second matters. Sometimes I just feel like open carrying, or if I just feel like carrying a big heavy ass Smith & Wesson that's not a revolver on me. So like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay armed, stay vigilant, stay safe.